It has always been important to me to share that my early work in silver clay looked much different than my work does now. I found some of my early pieces to show you. These first three are the very first I ever made. I pressed a big hunk of clay into a button mold and formed the bail around a drinking straw. This one too. These still remind me of my original excitement that day about the magic I was witnessing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I'd opened a door of possibilities. These little guys are why I wanted to get into silver clay. I had a vision of making animal figures like I'd been doing in polymer clay, and yet I only ever made these two. This vision with silver wire was the first and last thing I soldered for probably 3 years. I had a lot of ideas that I didn't quite have the skills for, like setting stones, but I kept trying to make them happen. I settled into organic plus geometric form experimentation and made molds with what I had around me. I really wanted to make rings. Every day I was making things that felt both thrilling and frustratingly not at the level I wanted to be at. I took a weekend course and used the teacher's own molds to make this. Still my favorite ring ever, though it has a broken spot. I realized that the right molds make a difference. Later at home I made this version with cubic zirconia. I made this using lace and continued to fall in love with the textures that metal clay can make. I love this even more with the tarnish of age. This is a hollow form bead combining a mold on the front and texture tile on the back. I made this fall leaf pile using a tiny paper punch and sheet silver and later reinforced it on the back, best that I could. I still love this technique for achieving small details. This was a classic early clay project using syringe clay around a shape to make a hollow bead. There are the holes for the chain. A dramatic leaf ring that was too thin, but has a solid joint. Good job there. Started into some more classic ring forms, started finding my style, leaves, more leaves, my first grass seed, my first jump ring from clay, and I had a long era using sheet silver to make pinwheels, which taught me a lot about layering and patience. My early work reminds me, and I hope you too, that skills are a journey.